Hi ghosties, this is my ghostie. I finally have some time to myself right now, so I'm just gonna spend that alone time recording. I end up completing this suit today without recording my progress. I don't think it's very interesting to watch somebody else spending all their diamonds on a suit, so I skipped that part out and let's just do a whole thing where we show off the suit, shall we? So I ended up completing Clockmaker. He has a long ass name, so in his role playing name it was Clockmaker, and so I'm gonna call him by it. You can call him a she or a he. I'm just simply going with the he, because it's very different, don't you think? Because it's like at first it looks like a boy, then the fest shows he has boobs, and it's like okay, I'm just gonna go by what I think the suit is, which is okay, I guess. Okay, let's just go right in. Okay, we are finally in. That took a long while. Why are you taking forever? Oh god, I don't know what flipping. I don't know how old this suit is. Ah, if I haven't forgotten the name, I would be fine. But of course, I've forgotten the damn name and it's not scrolling. Oh, this is gonna be such a pain in the ass. Okay, he's not that old, thank gosh. Come on! Yay. Okay, as the reward, I was very shocked as to what that second prize was. And to my surprise, it was a second coat in the brown color. So I'm like thinking, that's a very useful because I don't think I would use this color of the coat. And that they went out of their way to create a second version of it, which is the exact the same design but different color. It's pretty cool. I might show you it when we're done reviewing. So obviously I have enough for just a guy. I don't want to go any lower than 1k, so I'm trying to save it, but I had to get at least spend 1k diamonds in the pavilion because I was just getting the most bad luck of all bad lucks, and I was getting more and more upset of the time, so I spent 1k diamonds into that pavilion. I felt satisfied because I got 2 of the dresses and the makeup, which I'm super okay with. Okay, so besides talking about that very regretful, well, not very regretful, but that pavilion, let's talk about this damn hair. Now, I'm really in love with this hair because I do like a very different or weird haircut, and this one is simply a very weird haircut because you're going for the short hair to the side, and on the other side it's very long. And I'm like thinking, you're trying to play that role where you just partially female and male into this one haircut. You could be thinking deep about it in that way, but I'm super fascinated about it. And then we have the top, which shows boobies. I really like the waistcoat. It looks very rich. It looks very, cozy to be in. I no doubt she's wearing a corset under that, so I'm thinking it's a pretty nice piece to the whole suit, so it just looks really rich and very like steampunky. I like the steampunk vibes. Then we have the socks, which I do dig. I love these socks. I went in order to buy the most expensive to the cheapest, so I won't be wasting any more like diamonds on those. But overall, pretty nice. It's a nice touch to this outfit as well. I think this whole outfit is just amazing in general. Then we have the headpiece, which is a monocle, if I'm wrong. He improved the technology. It's a he. He improved the technology of monocle, and it gradually becomes a necessity for all clockmakers. I knew it was a he. But monocle, I was right. I actually didn't read that description, but to my surprise, I was right on both sides. Feel so pleased. Let's read about this waistcoat then. Why does it have boobs? He's a legendary clockmaker. Every piece of his work is the resonation of gear and time. So it doesn't really explain as to why he has boobs. Is it because he's a transgender now? Maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. Is Love Nikki going to LGBT plus kind of like thing? Cool. Cool, Love Nikki. It's nice to see that happening. Then we have the gloves, which aren't really my favorite, but I like to mix these gloves with other things. You know, like that other steampunk girl we get with the Time Palace in that gacha or pavilion kind of like thing. She comes with a recolor, so we could use her items with this guy. So, pretty handy. It really is pretty handy. Then we have the bag, which I absolutely dig. I love this bag so much. It's the flipping details, the rich shading to highlighting. It's amazing. I love the metallic touch to it as well. It's absolutely stunning. Then we have the wrench, which is, I can't really say because obviously wrench, but I do like the cool futuristic steampunk vibes to it, which is pretty flipping cool. If I seen this in real life, it'd be like, can I just have a picture of it, please? You know, being that creepy weirdo on the streets. Then we have the shorts, which is a fascinating touch to actually bring the coat and the socks together, because it's like it's in the middle of them both. So I just think it's not really bad. It's really not bad. I wasn't expecting a guy with a waistcoat on and wearing shorts with it, but then again we watched CEO Phantom Hive and from Black Butler that's wearing the similar thing, but his is like black and red or blue and black. It's either the two. Then we have the coat, which is nice. I do like that coat. I really do like that coat. Then we have the shoes, the shoesy woozies. I like them. But then again, it's not really like fascinating because the leather doesn't look as that typical leathery look, because it has these weird lines to them. So I'm not saying that Love Nikki is a bad design, because they do a much better and greater job than I can ever pull off. Then we have the clock. I love standing on this. I mean, we could be very, very, very creative with this and some other floor items we have that are movable, which is not so bad, not bad at all. Then we have this other clock item. Again, I was kind of disappointing how the actual clock doesn't separate from the gears, but overall, I am really pleased that I get to complete this guy. And then we're gonna go in codes to look at the other version. So we have this version, and then we have the brown version. I really love this brown. I absolutely adore this brown. And besides, I don't think we'd be using much of this one because it's like in a greeny area and we have less greens. And I do like the fact they added another one which is brown, which we have and will do have a lot of brown coming our way. So this coat will be mostly used other than the green one. And overall, I'm not completely hating on this suit because I ended up making my avatar, which you will see in a moment. Sha-la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la-la. So I actually did add some touches of that steampunk girl that I ended up talking about earlier in this thing. And then I only added like the white, like a light version besides the bluey green, olive greeny one. So I did add some olive green shoes and gloves, also a little bit on the belt. I ended up using the makeup that I would never ever see myself using is from D-Side Kalpa's makeup, and I actually think it was a perfect touch for this whole look to be together. I wanted to use this ponytail, and when I used what's her face, D-Side Kalpa's ponytail, I'm like, it's too light, I need a darker one, and boom, I have this one which is fixed well perfectly. I have the Love Nikki's birthday sign, which I want to cut that out, even though I did. I will post the actual picture somewhere in my screen, or possibly the whole screen. So I ended up using Love Nikki's birthday sign stars to make it look a bit futuristic and a bit aesthetic. I do like what I actually created. I do love my steampunk, vibes. I don't really necessarily like the fashion myself, but I do like to see the whole aesthetic with steampunk. So it's nice to actually have more steampunks into Love Nikki, and it gave me the massive opportunity to to finally make my character into a steampunk girl. Um, it's now gonna be my weekly's fashion for my avatar until what's gonna happen next. I don't think I will be end up spending much of my diamonds on the next event because I'm really growing broke, so I'm just not really waiting for the next event. Um yeah, the dress is coming through the coat a bit, but that's when you look clearly, and if you that person with like OCD, I think is what it's called, then I don't think this dress would fit well with this coat because some parts of the dress, only small parts of the dress, gets to peek out of the coat's outline. So I don't think this typical design for you with that, want to have everything perfectly done and fitting. I don't think this dress would be the suitable pick one for this coat, which is kind of disappointing. I would actually say this dress and the design of it and the concept of it is going to be very nice with, to these coats. I have been mixing around the green coat as well, and this dress do fit the green, the olive one, but then again, it still goes out of the coat. Whew. Have a nice life.